I am Gareth Rapley. I'm the director of the London Book Fair. The London Book Fair is an event that's run now for about 50 plus years, and it brings together the international book community and book industry once a year. Tends to be around March, April, happening at Olympia London for 2024. Iceni is a very reputable company, especially in the registration market. We've been aware of them for a number of years in the prior name of EAS, and they've been doing a number of shows with us as Read Exhibitions and now as RX Global, handling some really large and complex events that we run, especially in our travel sector like World Travel Market. So having a company that you knew, trusted as a business, but also been able to kind of chat with colleagues and hear firsthand about, how great they had been to work with, how much they would work with you as a partnership. And I think that came through when we were doing our selection processes, the types of dialogue that we're having, beyond just the presentation of this is what we can do with service delivery, but when you're looking towards that registration, there's a lot of, I think, that kind of trust in company as a partnership, and Iceni, shone through in that respect. Where to begin? I think we knew from the moment that we'd selected Iceni that we had, a strong, reputable partner, and this was something we'd seen from prior working as RX, but that really shone through in the working with London Book Fair last year. I think it was fair to say we were all learning something new, because I was new into the role last September. Our marketing manager changed at the end of last year. So pretty much by the time we were starting the registration process, we had a new vendor, a new event director and a new marketing manager. And I think working with Iceni made that a more seamless experience because it really kind of came into the fundamentals of what we were trying to do. And I think you're going to face issues along the way, and especially with a registration as complex as we have with London Book Fair, where we offer so many different ticket types, we have very many badges within that and different stakeholder requirements. And I think what we experienced was a partner that was prepared to accept those challenges, deal with queries, deal with them in an efficient and responsive fashion. And it was always that kind of, no issue, we'll get that resolved and move on. And I think that really helped in terms of, especially that pre-show, but also the ability to just question some of the things that we were doing along the way, or saying, but have you thought about this bit? How's that working, especially with some of the off-site events that we were running. So I think that whole journey from happening before the event to on-site, where again, very calm, very likeable team, but also ones that were on things. They were ahead of things that might come up, made life so much easier in terms of delivering the fair last year. So I think our experience was nothing but a positive one working with Iceni for the 23 event. We had shared our goals and objectives for the event, and obviously one of the big drivers that we take as RX Global is to try and be more sustainable. We have our net zero pledge, and I think this was something that Iceni had embraced. And this led to them creating a solution around our badge holders. Rather than just using traditional model, they'd managed to source a new badge holder stock, which really tied into our sustainability objectives. So it was great again to be able to kind of work with a partner that was understanding more than just the bog standard, okay, you need a registration platform and system that's going to enable people to get in and out of the show, but trying to understand those wider objectives. So things like sustainability, just moving that agenda forward was great. And I think it's something we're now using across many other shows as well, as part of our business. Recommending Iceni is easy. They're great to work with. They do what they say they're going to do. They challenge you in terms of your systems and processes about what's the best result that you want. So I think, I would say to any organiser that's potentially looking towards the registration platform, their existing supplier, have a look at Iceni. I think you won't regret having them as your registration supplier.